For exercise 7-19, we have this bracket right here, and it's got some details on the top view that we're going to need to be able to locate. It's got some details on the right side view that we're going to be able to locate. The true shape of this face is shown from the front view, which gives me this angle. And the location of these holes, having them dimensioned at 48 and 32 up from the bottom, is really a weird way to do this. And the dimension that's a couple dimensions that are actually missing on here, these holes are 20 millimeters off with 20 millimeters in between, so they're kind of centered. And then this dimension over here that is missing is actually 7 millimeters to the center line of these holes. Now, because of all the detail that exists in this particular part, I'm going to need to show part of the top view. I'm going to need to show part of the right side view. I'm going to need to show the front view. And then I'm going to need to create my auxiliary view to show the location of these holes. So if we look in AutoCAD, here is my top view with a break, because I don't need to show all of the information on here in a foreshortened format over here. And then here I have my right side view with a break, because again, all of the information that exists on this face is going to be a lot easier to show in an auxiliary view. So I'm going to offset my 25 to set my view spacing, and that's going to put it right there. And this again is at a 45-degree angle. Actually, I'm not 100% sure what the angle is. Let me see what the angle is. If you do the list command, it'll tell you exactly what the angle is. So it's 311, so 360 minus 311. So it's actually a 49-degree angle. So using my object snap tracking set at 45 degrees could be bad here. So I want to make sure that I'm offsetting and not actually trying to draw lines. So I'm going to draw a line from this point right here, and I'm going to go perpendicular to this edge, use BR enter to break this line, and then just create a small arrow to show where this view is coming from. This object is 60 wide, so I want to offset 60, bring that out to here, and then I can draw in my lines here. Now, I want to break this view so that we know that it's not a complete view. And the easiest way to do this is if you use the scale command, which is SC enter, or you can click on the scale command right here. If I click on this line and then scale it from the midpoint, I can scale it to like 1.25, and it's just going to lengthen that line just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, 1.25, so that I've got some extensions here that I can draw my splines off of. Again, the spline command is SPL, and just draw a wavy line. You don't need to go crazy with the waves. A lot of times that you can make it more confusing if you have a really jagged spline on here. So I tend to go a little bit lighter on the waves. I know that it's a broken view. And then I can offset 20, offset once, offset twice, and that gives me the location for the center points going this way. Then I'm going to draw lines from my center lines over here perpendicular to this line. Draw a line from here perpendicular to this line. And now I can put in my holes, which have a diameter of 12. And then after I have the first one, I can just copy that to the other locations. Erase my construction lines. And now I have a view that looks directly at that face. It's going to be much easier to get my dimensions from this view. It's going to be easier to pull all of the information that I need for those holes using this view. And I have the partial top view and the partial right side view to show all of the information that is necessary to complete the entire object.